Good evening, I'm Alyssa Brass.
And I'm Tim Saban. Here's what's coming up next on UW-Panthervision.
A congresswoman comes to UWM to discuss the federal budget, and one county executive candidate shows his support.
Both Milwaukee County executive candidates face off in a public forum over the future of Milwaukee County.
Did you know UWM has an ROTC program? Find out how students cope with early morning workouts and late night studying.
And the men's baseball team finally arrives home and is relieved to be practicing in their hometown.
All this and more coming up on Panthervision.
From the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, this is UWM Panthervision. A weekly newscast reported, written, and produced by students in the Department of Journalism and Mass Communication. And now, the news.
The budget battle moves from the Capitol to the polls.
Congresswoman Gwen Moore is urging people on both sides of the issue to let their voices be heard in tomorrow's election.
Panthervision's Antoine Mack has the story.
A microscope was placed on Governor Scott Walker's budget bill as hundreds turned out to hear Congresswoman Gwen Moore speak at a town hall meeting held at UWM's Zalazzo Center. With Moore as the keynote speaker, the stage was set for other notable attendees to voice their displeasure over Walker's decisions. One county executive candidate sees the bill as a pending disaster for Milwaukee children.
There's 83,000 kids, and if you pull a couple $100 million, these kids had nothing to do with the problem. They're just trying to get a good education, and the short-term impact is going to be devastating for them, for their families.
Milwaukee Mayor Tom Barrett also attended the meeting to show support for the Congresswoman and all Wisconsin workers.
This is not how we operate in our Wisconsin.
The passing of Governor Walker's bill has Congresswoman Gwen Moore urging her constituents to be actively involved in the April 5th elections.
Elections have consequences, and it's important for people to extract those consequences at the polls.
And if you disagree with the bill, Moore says now's the time to exercise your right to vote.
And so April 5th would be a good place to start.
In Milwaukee, for Panthervision, I'm Antoine Mack.
Voters will elect a Milwaukee County executive, state Supreme Court justice, and local officials. The state budget and its impact on public education is getting a lot of attention in the campaign.
UWM held a forum last Tuesday featuring candidates Chris Abele and Jeff Stone, who are running for Milwaukee County Executive. The candidates discussed the issues in depth.
You know, if UWM got per capita a little closer funding to what UW-Madison got, that'd make a big difference, and I have a hard time seeing why it's an unreasonable request. And the broader point I'm making is, while that might not be a county issue, it sure as heck should be.
I think education in the long run is going to be extremely important in where our community goes. We need to increase the percentage of college graduates, which is something that the Milwaukee M7 has talked about being key to our future of economic development. We need to have referendums locally.
The event was co-sponsored by the College Republicans at UWM, College Democrats at UWM, and Panther Advocates. If you are planning to vote tomorrow but aren't registered, you can do so at your polling location. Make sure you have a form of ID with you. If you are not sure where your polling location is, you can find out by going to a couple of websites. One is the Wisconsin Voter Public Access site. Go to vpa.com.wi.gov. You can also find your polling location by going to the City of Milwaukee Election Commission site. That address is city.milwaukee.gov/election. Notice that you do not put a www in front of either of these addresses.
The Democratic caucus is taking its concerns about the budget proposal to different parts of the state. The Democratic lawmakers held a public forum on campus to discuss how Governor Walker's budget proposal will affect Milwaukee County and public education. Senator Chris Larson and Representative Sandy Pash spoke at the forum. The hearing is the first of many to come on the issue. The next session will be held
the education impacts, and I know that there's a lot of questions and there's a lot of issues that people are trying to get their minds around on how this budget will impact you, your family, and our community as a whole.
The next session will be held on April 11th at the State Fair Park.
The most controversial aspect of the budget bill is on hold for now. The provision eliminating collective bargaining rights for state workers sparked massive protests across the state. The Walker administration now says it will comply with a Dane County judge's temporary restraining order, preventing the law from taking effect. The judge issued the order while she hears a case alleging the state Senate violated open meetings law when it passed the measure. A different Walker administration proposal would increase the cost for Wisconsin residents going to college in Minnesota. Right now, a reciprocity agreement means Wisconsin students pay in-state tuition at Minnesota universities. The state of Wisconsin makes up the difference, about $3,000 per student. The agreement has been in effect for 43 years. Walker says eliminating the subsidy would save $12 million a year, but the administrator of the program says the savings would be closer to $4 million.
More than 10,000 people are reported dead or missing in Japan after the recent earthquake and tsunami. The effects of the disaster are being felt at UW-M. Panthervision's Caitlin Sharkey has the story.
Bake sales in the Union can often be overlooked.
We have cookies and cheesecakes and cupcakes.
But a table full of paper cranes and baked goods sends an important message.
This is going to Japanese Red Cross.
The devastation of Japan's recent earthquake hit close to home for several UW-M students.
My family is living in Saitama Prefecture, and some nuclear chemical was carried with wind, so it's a little bit dangerous.
Students are also worried their trip back to Japan won't happen in the near future.
I have to go back to Japan this May, but I might stay longer because my family is worried about going back to Japan. So I might stay longer.
The Japanese Culture Association, the Anime Club, and the Japanese rock group here on campus may not have felt the earthquake in Japan, but they are doing their part here in collecting money for the victims of the devastating quake.
This is green tea cheesecake.
The groups have been here all week selling sweets and discussing the art of origami.
These are symbol for the peace for us, for Japanese people, and we make those when something happens, something like natural disasters happen.
All proceeds will go to the Japanese Red Cross, and the groups are hoping to schedule more fundraising events.
We're trying to get a permission to sell T-shirts. That's here. And then if we get a permission, that is next week maybe.
So even though a natural disaster may hit on the other side of the world, the aftershock can be felt right here at UW-M. In Milwaukee, I'm Caitlin Sharkey for Panthervision.
If you would like to help the Japan relief efforts, there are several options. Governor Walker's wife has just announced a new effort called the Wisconsin Chiba Japan Relief Project. Chiba is one of Wisconsin's sister cities. You can also donate online at theredcross.org, or you can use your cell phone. To donate $10, text Red Cross to 90999. Beware of scams though. The Better Business Bureau lists several confirmed scams, including emails claiming to be from the British Red Cross. The Salvation Army's name has also been used in email scams. You can go to the Better Business Bureau's website to check if a charity is legitimate.
The Center for International Education has suspended all study abroad programs in Japan. The CIE provides study abroad teaching and research opportunities for UW-M students. The suspension comes after the U.S. State Department issued a travel warning for the island nation.
There might be some good news about parking at UW-M.
Plus, we'll introduce you to some students who put in a hard day's work before many people even wake up.
All that and more when Panthervision continues.
Learn more. The University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee. Visit uwm.edu for information.
think every teacher has to feel very deeply within his or her heart that these children are potential heroes, citizens of the future. That's what I love about public television. It seems to build on the innocence and idealism of children. We can imagine the future. We can construct it. We can create it. I feel that by remembering public television in an estate plan, we are contributing to the very values that we've nurtured right here now. We're really leaving this rich legacy to the children of the future. It's so true that one person, just one, can make such a difference.
Thanks for watching UWM Panthervision, judged Best Student Newscast by the Northwest Broadcast News Association. Panthervision is produced by students in the Department of Journalism and Mass Communication in association with Milwaukee Area Technical College.
Think you've got a juggling act with work and school? How about balancing books and battalion training?
As I found out, there's a group on campus working towards more than a degree. No hitting the snooze button for these students. At 7 a.m., they stand at command. Dedicated to the military, this cadet is still reaching his goals.
My name is Nick Carr. 1,000.
Committed to class credits.
This semester I'm taking 15 total. Last semester I took 19. 1, 2, 3.
Nick pursues a degree in economics, but not without the extra effort.
Up, flutter kick! This is more stressful than being a regular student. Just getting up early is the biggest thing. Having to be disciplined enough to go to bed. Mission top secret, destination unknown. Mission top secret, destination unknown.
Not to mention the intense physical training.
Don't even know if we're ever coming home.
Off the court and into this classroom, Nick Carr and his fellow cadets continue their training, but this time without push-ups, sit-ups, or flutters.
Protective measures are added to those already taken in lower threat conditions, and measures are...
The ROTC can be tiring.
And then looking at our
It's nothing that's gonna kill you.
But Nick doesn't seem to mind.
I just love the Army. I enjoy what I do.
In Milwaukee, I'm Alyssa Brass for Panthervision. UW-Milwaukee is trying to recruit more students into the program. The Army ROTC program helps students earn a degree while taking courses in military subject matter.
ROTC stands for the Reserve Officers Training Corps. The program offers 2-, 3-, and 4-year scholarships to qualified undergraduate and graduate students. After graduating, students become officers in the Army. The UWM Army ROTC program works in conjunction with Marquette's program. Milwaukee police are investigating the possible sexual assault of a Marquette student. The female victim is accusing 3 Marquette athletes of sexually assaulting her in her dorm room. The incident happened back in October. Marquette officials reviewed the allegation and determined the athletes were not responsible. The district attorney's office will make the final decision on whether criminal charges are filed.
Marquette University will offer same-sex benefits to domestic partners starting in 2012. Medical, dental, and visual benefits currently offered to married couples will be extended to same-sex partners. The couples receiving the benefits must share a residence. The decision comes 1 year after an uproar involving a rescinded job offer at Marquette. Those opposed to the decision say the job offer was rescinded because the candidate was a lesbian. Administrators say the decision to offer the benefits is not related to last year's controversy.
There might be a good deal in store for parking on campus. University officials are proposing charging $15 to park in the Columbia Hospital structure for the entire semester. Right now, students pay $4 a day to park in the lot. The Student Association has to pass the proposal before changes are made.
If you're a movie lover, Madison is the place to be. That's because the Student Union is hosting the annual Wisconsin Film Festival. There are 8 locations, all within campus walking distance, but the majority of the attractions come to the Union Theater. The festival attracts some big names, but focuses on Wisconsin talent. Attendance is expected to pass 34,000. The festival will return next year to Madison with ticket prices remaining at $8 for adults and $5 for students. Taylor Thompson joins us now with weather.
How's it going, Taylor?
Pretty good. I don't know if you guys noticed that hail we had yesterday.
Yeah.
2 rounds of it. We had one in the morning that accumulated on grassy areas that made it look like it was snowing outside, followed by another round in southeastern Wisconsin late that night where we saw hail reports near Madison of up to tennis ball size. So imagine the damage that can do. It's incredible. So severe weather season is in full force. We're actually looking at a major severe weather outbreak today across the Ohio Valley into the southern part of the United States through Mississippi and Alabama.
Wow.
So here we go. Fortunately, we don't have to worry about that here today, but what we do have to worry about is baseball as we look ahead to our weather headlines. Yes, it is opening day today. The Brewers fans are out in full force. They're cooking, they're tailgating, they're getting their brats and hamburgers and hot dogs ready. But unfortunately, it's not going to be as warm as it was last year when we saw ratings near 70 degrees. So the Brewers fans are going to have to hope for the play of the Milwaukee Brewers to warm up the crowd a little bit. As you'll see in our extended forecast, we will have plenty of opportunities for rain throughout the week, but we will see warmer temperatures as a result of that. So there is some good news. Currently outside right now, we have 40 degrees. Winds are at 15 to gusting up to 26 miles per hour. The pressure is at 29.32 millibars, and it's a little foggy out, so we're seeing kind of a dreary morning today. As we look at for the rest of today, not warming up too much, a high of 45, winds at 15 to 25, so pretty gusty again. Very slight chance for rain, but otherwise it's pretty much going to stay mostly cloudy. As we look now to the lows from last night, again, pretty typical for this time of year. We had 33 in Rhinelander, 41 in La Crosse, 39 in Madison, and Milwaukee we had 38 degrees. As we look ahead for today's highs across the state, again, not warming up too much. Looks like we're losing the highs. It's pretty much going to stay in the lower 40s throughout most of the state. 45 in Milwaukee to be exact. There we go. All right, 43 Madison and 45 in Milwaukee. So as we look now to tonight's forecast, 30 degrees outside. Winds are calming down, and no chance of rain, and we're going to stick with those cloudy skies throughout the rest of the night. As we look ahead to tomorrow, we're going to see 54 degrees, so a lot warmer than today. Winds pretty light at 10 to 15. Again, no rain, sunny skies. If you have plans outside, it's going to look great. So get out there and enjoy that nice weather. As we look at the Wednesday again, pretty mild for this time of year, 52 degrees, light winds. There is a very slight chance of rain, so someone have to keep an eye on, but not anything too major. And as we look ahead to our extended forecast, we will see that there will be plenty of chances of rain throughout the week, most prevalent on Thursday and Sunday when we have a good chance for thunderstorms. But the good news is we will see moderate temperatures into the mid-50s Friday and Saturday. So again, that's definitely spring-like. We are moving out of the depths of winter, and I think that's good news. I think it's something that everyone wants to hear about. So
if it wasn't for all that rain, I sure would be looking forward to the increasing temperatures.
Yeah, I know. Hopefully, maybe we'll get some sun in there at some point.
Yeah.
The job market when you finish school can be a scary thing, but as Joe Ponto finds out in this week's MATC report, students have many options. The job fair is an annual event.
For prospective employees, MATC held a job fair in their downtown campus. The event was attended by over 1,000 students and graduates of MATC.
So on campus today we have 45 employers that have expressed interest in hiring one of our MATC students or graduates or alumni.
Everything from entry level, folks that would potentially work in maybe one of our production facilities, onwards up to more skilled, highly technical jobs in the engineering field. number of different engineering roles that we're looking to fill today.
We have been hiring. The mining business has been good, and we're adding people and meeting some interesting people here.
We are here today from Aflac. This is my associate Kim, and we are looking for sales associates to help grow our market in the Milwaukee area.
Some students who attended the event were there simply to see what employment opportunities they may have in the future.
So I'm going for electronic engineering and technology and automated systems, so just trying to get an idea, get a broad of what's out there, what's available.
This is my first time attending, but I will be back and I will be telling others about it.
This was Joe Ponto for the MATC Report.
The job fair is an annual event. The UWM baseball team begins their home season.
Plus, the UWM Rec Center offers a cheap way to have some fun. All that and more coming up next on Panthervision.
Learn more. The University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee. Visit uwm.edu for information.
It happens every day. It doesn't stop when you reach a certain age. We're all of us learning, even now. You see something in a person's face and see all they struggle to learn. It could be we are here solely to remind each other what must not be missed or ignored, but celebrated. When do we stop learning? Maybe never.
In Chinese medicine, that the body has to move.
Thanks for watching UWM Panthervision, judged Best Student Newscast by the Northwest Broadcast News Association. Panthervision is produced by students in the Department of Journalism and Mass Communication in association with Milwaukee Area Technical College.
Home play.
And Marquette and Wisconsin get ousted in the Sweet 16. Here's Caitlin Sharkey with sports.
Thanks, Alyssa. The UWM baseball team opened their 2011 home season with a 3-game series against Butler, taking the series 2-1. On Friday, the Panthers battled periodic rain at Hank Aaron Field to defeat the Bulldogs 4-0. Senior Chad Pierce pitched a complete game for the Panthers, striking out 9 and retiring the final 13 batters in order. Butler bounced back in the first game of a Saturday doubleheader, beating UWM 4-1. But the Panthers secured the series win in the second game, beating the Bulldogs 6-5 in a thriller. Butler tied things up late in the game, but UWM sophomore Jonathan Capasso knocked in the go-ahead run in the 8th inning to seal the victory. Panthervision's Joe Ryan reports UWM's men's baseball team looks to use that as a strength.
Difficult for UWM's baseball team to get out on the field during the first 2 months of the season.
We've played 20 games and we have had 2 practices outside, which is quite a bizarre situation.
All of those 20 games have been on the road. Their record stands at 5-15, but Coach Stofek thinks it will turn around because the road can bring the team together.
Really get to become a real close-knit team because we spend so much time together on the road early. Love it.
A close-knit team is something that senior outfielder Doug DeConning sees
For the baseball, Mike.
If you go to any hotel room on the road, there's going to be 5 to 6 guys in there at a time.
UWM played its first home series over the weekend against Butler. This is a feeling of relief for the team.
It feels great. I know our guys are really excited to finally be able to sleep in their own bed and represent the university in the home whites.
Conning is glad he did not have to ride the bus to the games this weekend.
It feels good to be in Milwaukee. You get that extra day where you don't have to sit on a bus.
It's good to be home for the defending Horizon League tournament champions. In Milwaukee, I'm Joe Ryan for Panthervision.
The team is back on the road this week with games at Northwestern and UIC. The team will be back at Hank Aaron Field next Monday with a 4 p.m. game against St. Norbert. UWM students are admitted free with a valid student ID. UWM men's basketball coach Rob Jeter is a finalist for 3 national coaching honors. Jeter is one of the 16 coaches nominated for awards given to coaches who are successful on the court and show moral integrity off the court. Although he did not win any national awards, he did win the Horizon League Coach of the Year. In 6 seasons, Jeter has led the Panthers to a pair of Horizon League titles and won his 100th career game with UWM this season. The UW Green Bay women's basketball team's season is over after losing to Baylor 86-76. Kayla Techlog led the Phoenix with 27 points and 10 rebounds. It was the first time the team made the Sweet 16. The team's record of 34-2 is their best ever. Green Bay was ranked number 11 in the nation by both USA Today and ESPN polls. The Badgers and Golden Eagles both made it to the Sweet 16, but their NCAA dance ended there. The Marquette men's basketball lost to North Carolina, and the Badgers lost to Butler. That's it for sports. Back to you, Tim.
Thanks, Caitlin. Naima Adudapo's run on American Idol is over. Fans eliminated her, the UWM graduate, last Thursday night. The singer finished in the top 10. She sang Solid Together as a duet with fellow contestant Jacob Lusk.
When you think of a basement, a bowling alley and recreational center doesn't generally come to mind. But as Panthervision's Michael Bayou reports, the UWM Union's basement is a place for fun and games.
Monday is typically most people's least favorite day, but for guests of All You Can Rec, that's not the case. All You Can Rec is hosted by the Union Recreation Center located in the lower level of the Union. James Colbo has been working here for 4 years. He says the point is to attract people when they usually wouldn't come.
After all their classes are over, keep their mind off the daily grind of school, have some fun.
The center provides a wide variety of gaming for its customers. Some of these include bowling, pool, table tennis, and video games. Jamal Williams has been attending this event for a year now, and he says it's been a way to bring his friends together once a week.
Every once in a while I like to hang out with my friends, because some of us got jobs, or some of us got different daily activities that we do, some, just to escape from the pressures of life and, hang out with one another.
He says it also helps with stress.
Some people have girlfriends, and some people, some people can't even find jobs at this very time.
Manuel Ross is an ITT tech student, and he says he loves the environment here.
It's fun, it's family oriented. As you see around here, everything is cool. You ain't got to worry about no drama, no violence, nobody drinking beer, nothing like that. And pretty much, only thing I can say is I recommend everybody come down here.
The event also bonds old friends together.
These are my friends I knew way back in middle school. So we kind of found each other on Facebook. Some of them I found, like walking along, going to the store and stuff, and I walked up on them and stuff. So now we all clicked up together, and we figure, hey, every Monday we can hang out.
You Can Rec is one way to turn your Mondays into fun days. In Milwaukee, for Panthervision, I'm Michael Bayou.
All You Can Rec is held every Monday and Tuesday night. The cost is $5.
Thank you for tuning in for tonight's edition of Panthervision.
You can watch us anytime on Time Warner's Wisconsin On Demand Channel 411.
You can also see us on Time Warner Cable, Channel 14, and AT&T UVerse, Channel 99 at 5 o'clock on Wednesdays and Fridays.
Have a nice evening.